What can you tell us about the three young players you've brought, Lino, Reuell and Ethan?
Well, three big prospects. We want to keep developing players from our system, and they deserve to be here. Obviously, there are circumstances that has brought them into this position. Two of them, Lino has a bit more experience with us. The other two are still really young, but we want to start to give them some experience because they have the talent, hopefully, to be very close to us, and we'll try to give them the opportunity if we can in the right moment.
Just how hard is it, Mikel, when you're now competing right at the top of the Premier League, you're in the Champions League, to blood young players into a team competing at that level?
Yeah, obviously it gets harder and harder, so the talent has to be really good, and you have to find as well and build a space in the squad to give that talent opportunity, and we should not forget that because it's a big part of what we want to do in the future, and especially when you have it, you cannot let it go, and I think we have some good space and good talent there to be developed in the right way.
Mikel, do you think that people on the outside world understand just how good these players need to be to break into Arsenal?
I don't know. I think on TV it looks easier. If one day we give them the trial to train with the boys, probably they will realize. But the level is really high. The demands that the games go right now are huge, and the competition as well, because you can pick players from anywhere in the world as well, and we have the ability to do that. But I'm very positive with a few that we have at the moment.
You're obviously schooled at La Masia, big culture there of bringing through players becoming leaders in the first team. Can I just take you back to that time and your experience of transitioning up to the first team? Have you tried to take any of that and implement it at Arsenal as manager?
It was very difficult. The context was very different. I used to live in a room with bunk beds. We were 8 of us. It was Pepe Reina, goalkeeper of Barcelona, Victor Valdés, Andrés Iniesta, Thiago Motta, Puyol, myself. So there was huge competition within that room already. We were all like little brothers living with each other, but the competition was fearless, and that's probably what it made us after. So when we have to compete with other players, you are ready, but it's always very tough to put them in the environment to actually put it very close to what they're going to find in the future.
We've seen a lot in recent years about Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal, with Flo Balogun selling a player for a lot of money. Do we need to change how we see academies, that they're not just there to produce top players, that even if they go and be sold for money, that's a success now?
But sometimes it's about timing as well, and the competition that they have in their position, and some days as well you develop a lot of midfielders, then strikers, and now you cannot really accommodate all of them, but the club as well has to have the capacity to give a space to those players to grow somewhere else, and it has to be part of that strategy for sure.
Just on the three players that you've brought in, what is it about those three players specifically that have earned them their chance?
Well, first of all, because we have certain needs in certain positions, so we have to pick. We could have brought some others, but we decided because the necessities that we have and how we might use those players tomorrow, that they were the best ones to bring in.
How much does it energise you as a coach to see these young players? Obviously, you went into management to win things, but also it's to bring through these players and to make them into players.
There's something about them. They walk in the meeting, or you talk to them, and that energy, the eyes are open. It's a lot of enthusiasm. There is something fresh, something new, and I've been there. And the ones that we've been in that position, you feel a huge sympathy for those moments, and everybody wants to help them. I really want to help them to fulfill that dream, and hopefully we can achieve that.
With Ethan, I don't know how to pronounce his surname.
Anyway,
yeah, thank you. He's obviously on this trip with you here. You gave him his Premier League debut last season, and he's still the youngest Premier League player so far. What was it at the time that impressed you, and how has he developed since then?
Something unique that he's got. That I really like from the beginning, his ability to take the ball in tight areas, to be good to escape a little bit like Jack Wilshere used to do. The personality he has, he trained with us like he trained with under 18s, 16s, and I love that in a player. And he's got that thing between his teeth as well, that he wants to show every single day how good he is and impress people. And when you have someone like that, you have to give him hope. And as well, that was a really important moment for us because we really wanted to keep him. And I think it was a strong sign to him that that this was his place to keep developing.